Hi, today I'm explaining my process with drawing faces from reference. Um, a friend of mine requested I do a video like this, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. This isn't so much a tutorial, it's just me explaining how I personally do it. And I know there are a bunch of different ways to do it, like the Loomis method and whatnot, but let's just get into it. So I found this reference off of Pinterest. By the way, the program I'm using is Procreate. I'm using the 6B pencil. Anyways, sorry. First, you can see that I drew two giant circles, and I saw this in a really great video I watched here on YouTube, and it was actually an anatomy video, but oh wait, was it? I'll put it on the screen if I can find it. But basically, in the video, the artist said to draw two large circles as the eye sockets, and I've been doing this for a few weeks now, and it has really helped me with my eye placement and symmetry of the eyes. So if you're struggling with drawing eyes, I highly recommend doing this, because especially if you're doing traditional art, it makes it so easy for your eyes to see what the problem is and what the differences are between the two eyes that you've drawn. Or obviously you could just copy and paste one eye over to the other side. I'm guilty of doing that, but I don't like doing it because I feel it looks a little less natural than if I just draw the two eyes separately. So here I'm starting the eyes, and this is probably the hardest part of the drawing for me, the eyes and probably the face shape. But once I get one eye in and then I start on the other, I will adjust it quite a bit to get them to match, and I feel like those two circles really help me figure that out. So I noticed that I kind of just went straight for the eyes. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about how I actually started the face shape. There's going to be another sketch after this one, so I'll probably go into a bit more detail on that one. But in the same video that I watched that had the eye socket trick, they started with an oval. Now for the longest time I've just been using a circle and then chiseling away the face shape from that, but I feel the oval is much more natural of a face shape than a circle is. And I'm not saying you can't start with a circle, because people definitely have more circular faces. It really just depends on who you're drawing, what their face shape is, you know. But for me, personally, I think oval works the best for a very wide range of face shapes. So that's what I start with. And of course I have my guidelines. I have one going down the middle vertically, and then one for the eyes which goes horizontally across the top. And these are just kind of my guidelines for the eyes, and then keeping the eye symmetrical, and then keeping the nose in the middle, and then obviously the mouth will be split down the middle from that. And I have some lines drawn on the reference picture itself towards the side, and normally I will mark out the top of the nose, like in between the eyebrows, the bottom of the nose, and the bottom of the bottom lip. And this is just to help me visually place where that's gonna go in my drawing. And mentally, like when I'm drawing, maybe not mentally, okay, like physically when I'm drawing, I will like measure the distance between those things, if that makes sense. I don't really know how to explain it any better. I'll try and go into more detail with the next sketch, but so working on the jawline, you'll probably see me adjust it a few different times, and honestly I'm still not super proud with it. I think that the face shape is a little off to the reference picture. I think I just need some practice. Honestly, drawing masculine presenting people is not really my strong suit, but I wanted to do a masculine presenting person and a feminine presenting person, to just show how I do both, because they are different, and it can be hard to know how to do both of them decently at the same time, if you get what I'm saying. Now I'm just like blocking in the hair. This is a pretty straightforward process. I didn't really want this video to be about hair. I might do like a hair video because I love drawing hair. I might do a hair video like later if I feel like it, because I know a lot of people struggle with doing hair, especially like textured hair. I love drawing hair. It's like the best. So I might do a video on that. Let me know. I went in and adjusted his nose a little bit and also his mouth just a tiny bit because I didn't feel like it matched the reference as well as I would like. So that's why it looks a little bit different. And also I drew in his neck and I've been adding some shading in. I was going to do the original lighting, but I decided just to leave that out and leave that for like another video. So now I'm going to be moving on to the next sketch, which is going to be the feminine presenting person. So what I'm focusing on now with this portrait is how their face is pretty square on the bottom, not like square but rounded square, as you can kind of see, and they also have a very soft chin. Again, just like with the last portrait, I'm going to start with the oval base and then I will start adding the jawline and the chin and just making sure it looks as close to the reference as possible. I was gonna try to explain how I do the lips and the nose, but I honestly don't know how. So I'll try my best. So the lips are basically just ovals except for the top lip. Then I draw in a little indent in the middle of the top lip for the cupid's bow. And the nose, I always start with the nostrils themselves and the bottom part of the nose, you know, in between the nostrils. Then I draw in the sides and kind of shade that a little bit and shade the side to give the illusion of the bridge. Now I'm adding in the eyes. It is the same exact process that I did with the other portrait. I don't think these eyes came out the best. I don't know. Whenever I filmed this originally, I was just really not like in the flow, if you get what I'm saying. But I mean, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. It's not the worst. And I think at the end it comes together, especially when I put their glasses on, which I'm about to do in just a second. I think that really helps balance it out because right now your eyes are drawn immediately to their eyes, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just kind of overwhelming because of how dark the eyes are with like the makeup. So once I add the glasses, I think that really balances everything out. I added in the jewelry and now I'm going to start working on the hair. I kind of tried something different with the hair this time. I don't normally draw hair like this. I feel like I normally try to keep it much more simple and with bigger shapes, but I've never drawn hair like this before and I wasn't really sure what to do, so I kind of just tried to do what I saw in the picture. It came out okay. But if I were to redraw this, I think I would try to simplify it. Right now I'm working on the hair and adding in some shading to make it look like the reference picture. I also added in the jewelry, and from here I'll probably just be finishing up the hair, adding the jewelry, shading in the shirt, stuff like that. But this is basically the end. At closer towards like the actual end, I go in and I change her nose, and I regret that. I filmed this a few days ago and it's still bothering me. I think it looked really good like right now. The face I think looks really good, and I think it looks pretty accurate to the reference picture. But then I go in and I like move the nose down for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I'm not gonna chime in anymore, so enjoy the music, and thanks for watching.